sun shines through my curtains and across my face. I keep my eyes shut and turn over in my bed, trying to force myself back asleep. But the more I try to return to sleep, the more awake I become. What time is it? My clock flashes 6:30. I still have another half hour before my alarm goes off. I should get back to sleep. I curl deeper into my blankets, but soon get bored. The only time I ever naturally wake up this early is when I have jet lag. I'm not sure if this is a blessing or a curse. I guess I may as well get ready. I quickly change in my uniform and head downstairs. To an empty kitchen. It's weird being the first one up. Usually Nikki is doing her thing in the kitchen. I'll catch up on some reading while I wait for her. She should be up soon anyway. I pull up the news app on my phone. The front page doesn't have anything too interesting. Until I spot an article on Eludian Enterprises. Eludian Enterprises has officially announced their intention to sponsor an up-and-coming team in the coming War Games. The rapidly expanding R&D company is gaining a lot of attention in the field of xenorobotics, and they're putting pressure on established innovators such as Vector Industries and Paragon Weaponry. So this should be a Xenosaga reference. Much of their success can be attributed to CEO Donnie Ruse, who was a top graduate in the pilot program at Ace Academy and a visionary when it comes to modern and functional designs for gear. I don't think I've heard of these guys before. Must be a local company who hasn't quite expanded to the States yet. Sounds like they're making a name for themselves, though. The time on my phone reads 6:57. I listen for any signs of life upstairs, but the house is still. Better grab something to eat before I need to go. It doesn't seem like Nikki's coming down anytime soon. My phone flashes to the next article, a headline on Dashu. That should be good. I push the button film shaped like a film projector on the bottom of the page, and the text projects on the nearest surface. Then I place my phone in a dock on the table so the text shines on the kitchen table. I grab a couple slices of bread and stick them in the toaster. As I wait for my toast to finish, I sit at the table and read the article. Kanaku Desharu, CEO of Dashu, made an unscheduled appearance at the memorial service yesterday for Yudai Misaki. A year ago, the community was shocked by the unexpected death of Ace Academy's most promising pilot. The family was honored that the mighty mogul took the time to show his respects to their son and concurrently postponed the unveiling of Dashu's new line of energy drinks. The introduction has been rescheduled to take place next week.
What are you reading?
Nothing. I instinctively turn off the projection. She tries to peek over my shoulder, but I darken the screen. Last thing I need so early in the morning is Nikki making fun of me for reading the news.
Why are you being so weird?
I'm not.
Then why won't you show me?
It's not interesting. Trust me, you won't like it.
Ew!
What?
Did I just catch you watching hentai?
No.
This is the kitchen? We eat here?
It's not hentai, look. I turn my phone back on, trying to show her the article, but she covers her eyes.
Stop! I don't want to see it.
Look, it's not hentai, just look. I shut the phone in her face, but she twists away from me.
No!
Look, damn it, look! She doesn't close her eyes fast enough and catches a peek at my article. Then she ceases her struggle and begins laughing instead. Huh?
I knew it wasn't hentai, you dummy.
Then why?
Because that reaction? Priceless!
She continues laughing as she heads past me. Little sisters. Nikki glances at my toast, which had popped up while we were talking.
Your toast is burned.
What? I leap out of my chair and stand beside her. It's not burned. She flips over to reveal a dark side of charcoal. Oh.
You're so hopeless. How did you survive in college without me?
I ate in the cafeteria.
That explains it.
She throws away the toast and pulls out 2 yogurts from the fridge.
Well, since you botched breakfast, we'll have to make do with a quick snack if you don't want to be late.
I accept the yogurt she hands me and we both finish them in record time. Then we grab our things and head out the door.
Are you able to give me a ride today? The bus yesterday was so crowded.
Sorry, Nikki. I'm not taking my bike today. I don't have a parking pass yet.
Oh. How long will it take before you get one?
I'm not sure, but hopefully soon, before I graduate.
Well, for the sake of your sanity, I hope it's not too long.
Thanks, I think. Nikki
I'll
laughs.
see you later, okay?
Yeah, see you. She waves and heads for her bus stop while I head for mine. At least it's a nice day to be waiting for the bus. The stop is a bit crowded. I lean up against the shelter as I wait. The bus squeals to a halt in front of me only a few minutes after my arrival. I follow the other passengers on, scan my ID, and search the rows for a free seat. To my disappointment, Yuna is nowhere in sight. I settle into the first seat I find and grumble as a large man sits down beside me, crushing me against the window. I can already imagine how enjoyable this ride will be. Luckily, it isn't a long ride. I'm at school before I can complain too much. I pull up the schedule on my phone and check my first class, Gear Arsenal 201. The building isn't too far away either. I soon reach the building. The classroom is about half the size of the lecture hall for my Piloting 101 class. For some reason, this is a comfort for me. Probably because it reminds me of the class sizes at CINY. I take a seat near the back of the room just as the professor enters.
Good morning, class. Welcome to Gear Arsenal 201. I'm sure you're all tired of hearing the same welcome spiel, so I won't even bother with it. Instead, we're going to drive straight into the material. Question: who can name one of the leading companies in gear weapon manufacturing?
Before I have a chance to answer, another student chimes in. Damn it, why did I wait?
Vector Industries!
Sorry, incorrect.
Paragon Weaponry.
Very good.
Why isn't it Vector?
Vector deals with thrusting and maneuverability, whereas Paragon deals with weaponry, hence the name Paragon Weaponry. Their recent area of study has shown that
He goes into the details of Paragon Weaponry's R&D and the future of beam weaponry for the remainder of the class.
that's all the time we have for today. You'll find this week's readings and assignments on your web link. Have a good day.
Students scramble to collect their things before hurrying out of the room. I think I'll go back to the hangar. This class has inspired me to go have a proper look at my gear. I take the path through the pilot's lounge and follow the tunnels until I reach my gear. Pulling down the ladder beside the docking station, I climb up to the top, which is about level with the chest section of my robot. I unlock the chest cavity with a mechanical roar. It splits open and separating panels, revealing a lowered seat. I easily hop into the seat and breathe in the comforting scent of metal and plastic. It faintly reminds me of new car smell. Once I'm settled, I trigger the closing sequence. As the chest panels return, my seat scoops me further into my gear until I'm nestled in the darkness of the cockpit. I initiate the boot-up sequence. The cockpit glows a faint red, then flickers into life, and I can't help but smile at the familiarity of it all. The bright glow of the panels illuminate the interior until there isn't a trace of a shadow left. Statistics blink in around me in a series of rapid numbers and diagrams.
Gear initialization sequencing complete.
And we did not have to forfeit our humanity. The familiar voice in my gear feels like a warm welcome from an old friend. Eagle, please run a comprehensive check.
System in progress.
Nothing to do now but wait. The lights along my display pulse with changing colors as the check progresses. It flows through warm colors, red, orange, yellow, before illuminating the cockpit with a bright green.
All system functions normal. Unknown docking station detected.
Register the current dock as home station.
Completed. Recommendation. Please update system calibration configuration.
This is recommended all the time. Whenever we change locations, Eagle will request a recalibration of the system. Even the slightest difference in air pressure can trigger an inaccuracy. At least the process is easy. All I have to do is make sure I correctly follow sequential number order so Eagle can achieve the necessary internal calculations. Alright, Start up the process.
Calibration sequence initiating.
I give it a few minutes as Eagle automatically adjusts itself.
Calibration successful.
Perfect. Everything seems to be in order. After one last look, I shut down my gear and unlock the chest cavity again. Once I hop out, the panels slide back into place until I hear the faint click of them locking. I use the elevator and make my way to the ground. As I stand alone in the quiet of the empty hangar, I feel a twinge of homesickness. I expected Ace Academy to be different from CINY, but I wasn't quite prepared for the reaction towards my gear. It's no surprise that Japan's advancements in the field of Sino-robotics outweigh those of the States, but our machinery is built to last. My gear may not be the newest model or packed with the latest weaponry or accessories, but I'm confident in its ability to fight. A doubt wiggles into my train of thought. Maybe it was a mistake to come here. I could have stayed at CINY. I was making high grades and had a group of friends I could rely on. I'd spend my afternoons practicing instead of sitting in a hangar. Just me and that weirdo from yesterday. I do a double take as Sho walks steadily towards me.
Mr. Broseph!
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Is this your go-to hangout place? This is the second time I've run into you here.
I guess it's starting to be. What are you doing here?
I just thought I'd pay a visit to my gear. It helps when I keep her company for a bit. Keeps her spirits up.
That's why I only go for male gear. This is just further proof that females of all types are high maintenance. Sho blinks and laughs.
Tell me about it. I take it your gear is a he, then.
I never really considered to be either he or she.
Ah, so it's a Z.
Huh?
You know, gender neutral.
Oh, well, sort of. I just call it an it.
Oh, that too. So, what were you doing here?
Just checking to make sure everything's working fine.
And does it?
Yeah. He glances curiously at my gear.
How about a simulator match?
I shrug. It'd be nice to get a feel for how things are done at Ace. Sure.
We can both use the basic robot program. That way, all accessories and weapons will be the same, and it'll be based on skill alone.
May the best man win. So here's the one you guys have been waiting for. He grins and races in the opposite direction. I see him pause by a green gear before I get back into my own. Once I'm settled in the cockpit, I switch on the open network configuration. Immediately a request from Sho comes in and I accept. After we're connected, we boot up our virtual training simulation program.
Oh, very fancy. I haven't seen an American-style gear up close before.
I experiment with my gear controls and watch in amusement as it makes the same movements within the simulator. Simulators are freakishly accurate at emulating the real thing, but it still can't quite replicate the feeling of live matches. You can't feel every impact, or even the slightest shift in motion within a VTS.
As you can see, both of us are kitted with the same standard equipment. You have your energy shield for blocking, thrusters for movement, a ranged weapon, and a close combat weapon.
I evaluate my gear and find all the components he mentioned. Any particular reason why we aren't playing from our personal arsenal?
This will level the playing field. We'll have to win by skill alone.
Trying to see what I'm made of. Sho just grins.
Remember, you have to use the right tool at the right time. There's usually more than one right move you can make, but you have to think fast.
Alright, thanks. So the trick is to just react accordingly.
You got it! Are you ready?
Yep.
Let's do this.
My hands fall naturally into place and grip the controls. I can't stop the smile that spreads across my face as my heart beats faster in anticipation. I've missed this. Eagle shifts into a fighting stance and holds out his gun, while Sho activates his thrusters and points his double guns at me. I dash out of the way and his attack misses its mark. I equip one of my guns and return fire. He dodges, but my shot still grazes him and he takes some damage. As I boost forward, Sho moves back to keep the distance between us. He shoots again, but his aim is not accurate and I weave away. With my gun in hand, I take aim. My aim is true and Sho's shield shimmers as it absorbs the light. The shot. Judging by how deep of a shimmer, it looks like he took a significant amount of damage. Since Sho likes using ranged weapons, I better close the distance and force him into a melee battle. I boost forward. Strike. I switch to my sword mid-boost and swing the blade in a high arc. Sho tries to block with his guns, and my sword lands on them with a loud crack. We struggle in a battle of wills, and sweat beads down my face. A loud roar escapes my lips as I channel my strength into my attack, and break through Sho's defense. As my sword follows through, Sho's gear goes dark. With the match over, I shut down my gear and get back on the ground. After a few minutes, Sho appears.
Not bad. You could definitely hold your own for the qualifiers.
Thanks.
So how did team hunting go?
Not as well as I expected.
Bummer. Most teams come together over the summer so they're well prepared for the qualifier.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that last time. Still, I thought there'd be either more new people who had found a team or more teams with missing members.
Well, my offer still stands.
I don't have any other choice, and the qualifiers tomorrow. Sure, I'll join. Sho breaks into his usual grin.
Awesome! Trust me, this is going to be good. Anyway, we'll want to meet up tomorrow before the qualifier to practice. So what's your number?
Talk about last minute, holy crap. We quickly exchange numbers. So, I guess I should go and get some stuff done.
Yeah, me too. Well, I'll see you later then.
The Pilot's Lounge always has something going on. Bye. Like, since that was a tutorial fight, I don't really think there's much to gain by doing it again. That's my train of thought. I head back towards the Pilot's Lounge. So far, every time I pass through the lounge has been full of students. I'm sure I'll either meet someone cool or find something interesting to do there. When I enter the lounge, I'm surprised to see a crowd surrounding the bar. I can't make out anything intelligible from the jumble of words and voices, but it must be something big based on the sheer level of excitement in the room. Are they giving out free food? I force my way through the throng of people, much to the dismay of those beside me. Regardless, I ignore their protests and continue to make my way through until I hear the pilot beside me mention something about an Akira. That sounds suspiciously like a person and not enough like a food. I turn toward the two girls I just overheard. Hey,
Hi?
what's an Akira?
I think you mean who is an Akira?
Oh, well, there goes my chances for a free lunch. I could have really used an onigiri right now, too. Onigiri being rice ball, if you're not familiar with it. Okay, who's Akira?
How do you not know who he is? He's only the top pilot at Ace. And so nice, too. Yeah, he listens to you when you talk and treats everyone like they're important. Plus, he's a total dreamboat.
The first pilot blushes and her friend laughs. Right, but the qualifiers haven't happened yet. You mean from last year's rankings?
He's been a top pilot since his first year here.
Since first year?
Yep, he was on his team starting lineup.
So, what year is he now?
Third year.
They sigh wistfully. Suddenly, the first student perks up and grabs her friend.
Oh, he just looked at me! Did you see that? What? Why didn't he notice me?
As if on cue, a path forms amid the throng of people, and a male pilot with white hair and kind eyes walks through. He's laughing with the group of girls surrounding him. Our eyes meet for a second, his calm smile still intact. That can't be right. He must have recognized someone behind me and smiled at them. Regardless, after the departure of Akira and his group, the lounge feels quieter even though it's still full of students. Pilots turn back to whatever programs they were watching or order drinks at the bar. Others return to the games they were originally playing. I stand awkwardly on my own. I don't see anyone I recognize. Everyone seems to be intent on their own thing, So I decide to head home. It's getting late anyway. I wait impatiently for the bus. When it pulls up, I climb on and grab an aisle seat. So before we continue, I think I need to talk about the Japanese high school system for those unaware. Now, I don't know if the devs actually followed this through, but for the way Japanese high school works, first year is the equivalent of a sophomore in the US school system. Second year is a junior, and third year is a senior. So if you're wondering about the freshman year, that is considered part of middle school. So I don't know how that breaks between elementary and middle exactly. It's just high school, you're only going to be there for 3 years. So keep in mind that if we're a second year, I don't know if that's going to translate over to a freshman here or if they're going to be consistent with a junior, but Akira is clearly a senior regardless. Unless they messed it up and he's supposed to be a junior, but we'll see. It's too early to make judgment calls. As the bus moves on, I dream of my beautiful bike the entire way home. I enter the house and hear laughter coming from the kitchen. I drop my bag on the floor and follow the sounds of my family and the delicious smells of dinner. Hey. I sit at the table and watch Nikki and Uncle Kaito move around the kitchen. They're wearing matching aprons. Looking good, Uncle. That apron really suits you. Brings out your eyes.
That's it, I'm done.
He tears off the apron and tosses it aside.
You said I'd look cool.
Nikki giggles and goes back to the food she's cooking.
You did look cool. Every lady loves a man who can cook.
And I love a lady who cooks for me.
Amen.
Kaito sits beside me. We laugh as Nikki sticks her tongue out at us.
Men.
So, what are we having?
Guess.
Oh god, not this again. Kaito laughs.
How was your day, bud?
It was alright.
Yeah. What kind of shenanigans did you get up to?
Damn, he knows me. Nothing major. Had class this morning, checked on my gear after. I did manage to join a team, though. Nikki glances over her shoulder.
You found one that would take you? Congrats, big bro.
Yeah, same team from yesterday. I had no luck finding any others, but luckily Sho offered to take me again today.
Isn't that the team you turned down?
Yeah, but I didn't have any other options. Besides, they've got a decent reputation. It's something to move forward for qualifiers, at least. Nikki turns back to the stove while Kaito claps me on the back.
Good job, kid. Who's on the team?
Sho, myself, and a couple of girls.
Good-looking girls.
Uncle Kaito, don't encourage him.
I shrug. Kaito winks at me.
I knew you could make being here work for you.
Thanks, I think. Nikki places full plates in front of us, then removes her apron and joins us at the table.
What else did you get up to today?
I hung out at the pilot's lounge for a bit.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, it was. I actually learned a lot about this guy named Akira. He's the top-tier pilot in the program.
So he's your rival.
Rival?
Yeah, these types of stories always need a villainous rival.
Well, he's actually a pretty nice guy, well-liked.
Really? Is he cute?
How should I know?
Did the girls think he was cute?
I guess so? Nikki beams.
Accomplished, polite, and cute. You could learn a thing from him.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
Kaito cleans his plate, then rests a hand on his stomach and lets out a large belch. Nikki and I blink at him.
I was simply complimenting the chef.
I think that actually is a thing in Japan, but I'm not 100% sure. I should do the same. I open my mouth to burp, but Nikki squeals in protest.
Please don't. I'd rather not have them.
Kaito and I laugh as Nikki clears the table, then Kaito rests a hand on my shoulder.
Sounds like you've had quite the day, bud.
It'll get easier once I'm in the swing of things.
Of course. Want to watch a movie or something before you two head to bed?
I almost say yes, but a long yawn escapes my mouth. I'm pretty fried. I think I might go review some notes, then get to bed early. I've got qualifiers tomorrow.
That's fair. Nikki,
I'll join you when I'm done cleaning.
I'll help you.
Thanks.
I stand up, and Kaito and Nikki both wave.
Good night.
Good night.
I wave back and head to my room. In my room, I crawl into bed and grab my tablet to review my notes from today's class. I'm only partway through and my eyes grow heavy and I can't read any longer. Then I flick off the light and close my eyes. As I drift to sleep, I dream of tomorrow's qualifiers.